news that is just coming in. There has been an escalation along the India-China border. The official statement that has been put out reads, during the de-escalation process underway in the Galwan Valley, there's been reports of a violent face-off that took place yesterday night. At this moment, NDTV can confirm that there have been casualties on the Indian side. The loss of lives on the Indian side includes an officer and 2 soldiers. Senior military officials on both sides are currently meeting at the venue where this escalation took place to diffuse the situation. This is the big breaking story that is coming in. We are understanding that an escalation took place along the India-China line of actual control. This is, of course, in the line of the escalation along the India-China line of actual control that we've been reporting. The face-off there has intensified, and during the de-escalation process underway in the Galwan Valley, a violent face-off took place yesterday night with casualties. The loss of life on Indian side includes an officer and 2 soldiers. Senior military officials of both sides are currently meeting at the venue to diffuse this situation. This is the big story that is coming in at the moment. An escalation being reported in Ladakh. A violent face-off took place last night in the Galwan Valley. The official statement confirms that 1 officer and 2 soldiers have in fact lost their lives in this escalation process. This is the big story that is coming in. Vishnu Som is with us. Vishnu, what more can you tell us?
Well, the information that we have at this stage, and this is a huge story which is developing right now, is that an Indian Army officer along with at least 2 others have been killed in a situation in the Galwan Valley which took place earlier on. The situation that we have now is an official statement which says during the de-escalation process underway in the Galwan Valley, a violent face-off took place yesterday night with casualties. The loss of lives on the Indian side includes an officer and 2 soldiers. Senior military officials of the 2 sides are currently meeting at the venue to try and diffuse the situation. Now, the Galwan Valley is one of the areas which has seen Chinese incursions, but there's been a process of de-escalation as well. We don't know the circumstances in which this took place, but some reports suggest at this stage that there was a commanding officer, ranked officer, who was one of the fatalities in this particular incident. So that's the situation that we have right now. Obviously a developing situation. Let's see what happens. This is an interim statement. We expect more to actually take place in terms of a statement as well.
Right, Vishnu, we're also given to understand that senior military officials of the 2 sides are currently meeting at that particular venue to diffuse the situation. Any more information on that?
The statement seems to suggest that military officials of the 2 sides are currently meeting at the venue to diffuse the situation. This is, I would say, the most serious incident which has taken place between India and China in decades perhaps. And the fact that there are fatalities, 3 Indian fatalities is a very, very grim situation. Unclear at this stage whether India retaliated or what exactly is the situation just now. At a time when a de-escalation was taking place in all areas, particularly Galwan, there is a violent clash which has taken place over there. This is fairly unprecedented. It does not happen because there are mechanisms to ensure that fatalities do not take place. Yes, there have been violent skirmishes on the banks of the Pangong Lake further to the south, but none over here. And so therefore this marks a very, very serious incident. Therefore it's going to, this is something which both sides will need to look at very, very carefully and ensure that this doesn't get worse. Obviously, whether there is an Indian retaliation already or not, we do not know. But fatalities means that this has now moved to the next level at a time when both sides were trying to de-escalate tensions in the area.